Good morning, grade 6. Hope everyone is doing well on this Friday. Believe it or not, is going to be up to 70 degrees today. I'm not sure exactly how hot it is right now, but I can't wait for recess to get down in that lower field, run around, and the weather is going to be great. So get ready for that. Speaking of good things, I do appreciate many of you doing a better job in the hallways. As well as in classrooms so far since we had our assembly the other day. Many of you, not all, many of you are meeting expectations. Some of you, unfortunately, continue the behaviors that we did, and we will be seeing you tomorrow. As we left off in the assembly the other day, we have a couple really cool field trips planned for 6th grade. If you remember, in 7th grade in the fall, we did a live broadcast from Nature's Classroom. That's a 5-day overnight. That's what you can look forward to next year. We're looking for that in November next year. 8th grade is actually planning a trip and going on a trip to New York and Philadelphia this year, which is super cool. So each grade level has an experience or experiences each year. Yours will be, you're going to be able to get 2 experiences between now and June, which is pretty cool. What I'm going to first talk to you about briefly is the Maritime Aquatic Aquarium. Excuse me. I will full screen it. Just give me one sec. Hopefully that's a little better. I just needed to hit present. My fault. So coming soon, like I mentioned briefly, we have a partnership with the Maritime Aquarium. So that means if you'd like to take additional classes next year aligned with the Maritime, you'll get that choice soon. Regardless, we're gonna try out our marine science pathway and get some experiences with that, working with the Maritime Aquarium. So on May 3rd, if you're an Alpha 6, maybe a couple others or less, on Wednesday, May 4th, Beta 6, and Thursday, May 5th, Delta 6. That your group will take a bus in the morning. Right after you get here, you're going to grab some breakfast, go to homeroom. Then we're going to get on the bus. We're going to go to the Maritime Aquarium. Half of you are going to go on the vessel, which is like the boat. You get to go out, pick up, catch, look at animals, see creatures, learn a little bit about it while you're on the boat. While the other half of the students take a guided tour and experience what the Maritime Aquarium is. Then everybody kind of comes back, has lunch, and then we flip-flop. And the other half gets to go out on the boat for a couple hours, and the group that just went out on the boat gets to do the guided tour for the other 2 hours. And then at the end of that 4 hours, give or take, we come back for dismissal right around 2 o'clock. It is free of charge. Norwalk Public Schools is actually paying for it, which is great because of our partnership. It's going to be a super cool day. But we have to break it up because the vessel only can hold a certain number of people. Again, our expectation is that you behave. If you cannot meet expectations behaviorally, then you won't be eligible to go. If you do and meet those, then it's going to be a great experience on one of those 3 days. And this permission slip is included in that same blue piece of paper that Ms. Sable is going to talk about in just 1 minute. Okay, so our first experience is Maritime that you're going to bring home, and I'm going to inform your parents. And then the next one is going to our Science Center. So at this time, I'm going to remove myself from the stream, and Miss Sable is going to talk a little bit about that. Let me turn the slide just for a second. And now let me.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm excited to announce our trip to the Connecticut Science Center. It's going to be held on Tuesday, June 7th at the Connecticut Science Center in Hartford, Connecticut. There are over 165 exhibits that we're going to get to tour. And one of them is a new exhibit there called Mummies of the World. And that's going to go in connection with our social studies curriculum that you studied earlier this year with ancient Egypt. We're then going to have an extreme air stage show, which has to do with our weather. So that field trip is going to be from 8:30 to 3:30, which means you will need to arrange a ride home that day. So either your parent can pick you up, you can send in a note that you're going to walk home with someone, or another parent will pick you up. The cost of that trip is $60. And on the next slide, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our fundraising opportunity, where you can possibly even get the trip paid for free based on how much you sell for our fundraiser. So if Dr. Reynolds, thank you. Okay, so our grade 6 fundraiser is called Poppin' Popcorn. You might have seen the drama club selling that popcorn earlier this year. We haven't received the flyers yet. They should have been here any day now. So as soon as we get those, we'll hand them out to you. But basically, you're going to use the catalog and an order form, and you're going to receive 50% of your total sales. So if you sell, let's say $120 worth of popcorn, $60 of that money will go towards your field trip, and then your field trip will be paid for. So it's a really great opportunity. I'm also emailing a link home to your parents if you want to get started over the weekend, in addition to our field trip form. I'm actually going to share our field trip form with you now. One second. Okay. Can everyone see that? Okay, perfect. So this is our field trip permission slip form and letter that's going home today to your parents. So all of you should be receiving it today in class, and you can bring it home. I will also be emailing it to your parents. So Dr. Reynolds talked about our trip to the Maritime Aquarium. This is just the same information right here in the first box. Our second box right here is about the Connecticut Science Center. I want to alert you to this part right here, okay? Due to the fact that it's $60, we're going to give you a payment plan, okay? So the first payment of $30 will be due by Thursday, March 31st. And then the second payment will be due by Tuesday, April 26th. Payments can be made by cash or check payable to West Rocks Middle School, or a money order. All payments and permission slips, which are also attached in the packet, are due no later than Tuesday, April 26th. Okay, so if you want to pay all of the $60 in one shot, you can pay next Thursday, or you can pay the 26th. Right here is talking about our fundraising opportunity, and this is the link that I'm sending home to parents, where you can register and you can have it all done online to you. And then when we get our brochures, you'll get those as well to show to people. And if you have any questions about our fundraiser, Miss Golding is the lady to talk to about that. Her email address is right here. And we're looking forward to a great trip. Now, if you're looking in your blue packet, if you already have it, there's a last page. I'm actually going to show you right here. So if you're looking here, we have it in Spanish on the second page for you that speak Spanish. And then this last page is what needs to be brought in, okay? This permission slip is for both field trips. So you only have to worry about bringing one on, okay? One in, sorry. And then you're going to fill out your health information, your information. Your parents are going to sign it right here. And then we also have one in Spanish for you as well. Okay, so the first payment will be due next Thursday, but all permission slips and money are due no later than April 26th. Okay, Dr. Reynolds, sending it back to you.
Absolutely. So we have some really cool things planned. We're also talking about a field day at the end of the year. It'll be in the afternoon with some games, an ice cream truck. We got some really cool stuff planned. The only way this works, though, is if you meet our expectations, whether it be in the hallway, in the cafeteria, in the bathroom, in your classrooms, academically, socially, behaviorally, all of those things that we've talked about from the beginning of the year, and we restated and talked about again the other day in the auditorium. Those are the expectations. And if you meet those, you'll be able to participate and have a great time and have a great spring. It's going to be a great rest of the year. Things are opening up again finally. We're going to be able to have all of the events that we want to have. If we don't meet those expectations, unfortunately, these are the events that we won't be able to participate in on a case-by-case basis. So make good choices. Make sure you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, listening to your teachers and staff, following the rules and meeting expectations, and then hopefully we can participate. With that said, you should have a blue permission slip. Please bring that home. I'm going to include that in my email blast as well to families, but you have a hard copy, and please make sure you bring that home to your families tonight and over the weekend. And then there's more information to come on our popcorn fundraising, so you can raise that money. If any teachers have questions that you field from your classes, again, if you want to make note of those, and we can kind of get them in an email to Miss Sable, myself, Miss Amaral, any of the three of us, we can make sure because if one person has a question, chances are more than one person has a question. So over the next day or two, just kind of keep track of those, send them over, and we'll address it the best way we can. Okay. Thanks a lot. It's 12 o'clock now. We're good to go, and have a great rest of the day.
Bye, everyone.